U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the Minnesota Vikings
at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. His first carry of the game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now some movement before the snap. And we're here from our referee for the first time this afternoon. False start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. And double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Watson's pass.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The ball carrier.
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
Desir on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on 2nd down, Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now Mostert. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
The kick is good.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's
saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Being chased out left. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. These passes are intercepted for the 3rd time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They hand it off to Mostert. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First
now
down.
a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Tackle made by
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
44-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Mostert. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Steps away. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it's going to be second down.
Down and 10.
They'll run it out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. From the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete here. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second and 15 now. Bridgewater.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw it. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 9-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Tackle made by Jake Ryan. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson on 3rd down.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
at the 31-yard line.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and Mostert, he hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Rolling to his right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
45-yard line.
Now a toss running left is Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 36, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance. You can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Bridgewater. And he'll find Ridley. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
At the 15-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's 3rd and short.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Bridgewater. And that is caught. They're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.